السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, today we are looking at lesson number 52, as you can see, and the title of this lesson is Ar-Rimaya. Ar-Rimaya. And when we say Ar-Rimaya, it simply means shooting. Okay, shooting. The verb is Rama Yarmi. Rama Yarmi, which means to shoot. Okay, or to throw something. Okay, to throw. So Ar-Rimaya, of course, is going to be revolved around shooting or throwing. Okay, but what does it mean? Let's enter the lesson. Inshallah, we'll see, understand what this is about. So the author begin by saying that, or the mutakallim here, he says that Sa'altu Abi an yashtariya li bundiqiyatan. I asked my father to buy for me, an yashtariya li, to buy for me, bundiqiyatan saghiratan, a small gun. So this mutakallim, this speaker, the one speaking, says that he asked his father to buy a small gun for him. For what? لِأَصِيدَ الطُّيُورِ, so that I will hunt bears. لِأَصِيدَ, we all know soda yasidu. Soda yasidu, which means to hunt. That's the verb. لِأَصِيدَ الطُّيُورِ, tuyur is bears. Okay. كَالْيَمَامِ, like the dove. So he will hunt bears like the dove. وَالْحَمَامِ, and the pigeon. وَالْغُرَابِ, and the crow. الَّذِي يُؤْذِي كَثِيرًا, which hurt a lot. Okay, this birds which hurt a lot. The verb here is aza. Aza, which means to hurt. Okay, aza yu'zi. So الَّذِي يُؤْذِي كَثِيرًا, that which hurt or harms a lot. وَيَلِغُ فِي الْمَاءِ, and they lick water. The verb here is walaga. Okay, walaga, which means to lick, and then the mudora is yaligu. So these birds, when they are drinking water, it's like they are licking the water. If you have seen a bird drinking water before, to just put the tank in the water, and then it will take the water inside. It's not actually like drinking. It depicts the imagery of like licking. That's why he used this verb here. وَيَلِغُ فِي الْمَاءِ وَأَتَمَرَّنَ عَلَى الرَّمِي, and I will train on shooting. I will train myself how to shoot. So it's also part of the reason why he's asking his father to buy the gun for him. The verb here is tamarrana. Tamarrana yatamarranu. Tamarrana yatamarranu, which means to train oneself, to train yourself. So that from it we have tamrin. Tamrin, you see the teacher writing on the board, tamrin, exercise. What's the purpose? Of course, that's the exercise is to train you, to make you prepared for some, to prepare yourself. So that is the verb, tamarrana yatamarran, to train or to prepare yourself. Okay, so wa atamarrana ala ram, I will train myself on shooting, how to shoot. Fashtara li bunduqiyatan, and so he bought for me a gun. He bought a gun for me. My father bought the gun for me. Wa hukkatan, and a hookah. Hookatun, when we say hookatun, it means hookah. Hookah. In English, just the word for hookah. H-O-O-K-E-H. Hookah. It's like a pipe-like material. Okay, pipe-like device in which the bullets are being kept. Okay, that's the hookah. Hookatun. Okay, mina rashash, of bullets. Okay, rashash here is rasoso. Rasosotun is a bullet. Is similar thing that we are using here. Rashash here means bullet. وَكُنْتُ إِذَا رَجَعْتُ مِنَ الْمَدْرَسَةِ, and I used to, when I return from madrasa. When I return from madrasa, I used to, أَوْ كَانَ يَوْمُ عُطْلَةٍ, or if it were a holiday, أَخَذْتُ الْبُنْدِقِيَّةَ, I take the gun. I take the gun. If I return from madrasa, I used to, this kuntu here sends it back into the past tense. Okay, he's talking about what he's saying is like something that has passed. He's narrating to us. It's not something that is mustamir, like going on. So it's something that is in the past that he's saying. So kuntu, this kuntu, as I said, take it back. So I used to, when I return from madrasa, or if it were a holiday, أخذت البندقية, I take my gun, وعددا من الرشاش, and a number of bullets. Adad, of course, we all know adad, number. Adad min al-rashash. And as I say, rashash here means, rashash actually means spray. Like we have the verb rasha. Rasha means to sprinkle something. To sprinkle, like sprinkle water on something. Or I think we have seen this before. Rasha yarushu. Okay, yarushuna alayha al-ma. If you can remember when we were looking at this particular topic, which has samum in it. Okay, samum, this hot wind. Okay, if you can remember, we saw something like this. Yarushuna, people were sprinkling water on their base. So the author say Yarushuna alayha al-ma. Okay, so rasha, as I said, means to sprinkle something, and from it we have rashash. Rashash actually means spray. You see how spray, when you spray something, it's like you are sprinkling it. So from it now we have bullets. Bullet is also called rashash in this context, especially in this context. And then that's the nature. When they are shooting gun like that, it's like spray. It depends on the nature of the gun. Like with these guns, like machine gun. Okay, you see how they are. The bullets are just coming like that, as if they are even bullets. They are spray. I hope that is clear. So, but bullets, the actual name is rasosotun. But rashash can also be used. So was zahabtu ila al-bustan. So he takes the gun and then he goes to the garden, the bustan. Armit tuyur, shooting birds. He goes to the garden, shooting birds. So in holiday or when he returns from madrasa, that is what he is doing. Okay, now he says that وَفِي الْأَوَّلِ, at first, at first, لَا أُصِيبُ طَائِرًا, I used not to hit a bird. لَا أُصِيبُ طَائِرًا, the verb here is أَصَابَ يُصِيبُ. أَصَابَ يُصِيبُ, which means to hit a target. Okay, to hit a target. Like Allah says, Ma asaba min musibatin. A calamity doesn't hit before. So when a calamity targets you, it's already something that is ordained by Allah. So like Allah is saying, like Surah Al-Hadid. But here, like I said, here he's saying target. Like, and that's the nature of the verb asaba yusibu. It means something targeted. Like the thing is meant to target you. If I shoot a bullet at a particular target and it hit it, I'll say asabtu. I have hit my target. I hope that is clear. Even in examination, sometimes we write examination, and when you get, let's say, your desired mark, let's say I was desiring to get 95 or out of 100. If I get the 95, I say asabtu. I have gotten it. I hope that is clear. I've gotten my target. Like it was something I was intending to get, and I've gotten it. So that is this verb, how the verb is used. It's mostly used when you have a target, like there is a desired target, and then it is being hit or it is being obtained. You see, asaba yusibu. I hope that is clear. So he says that وَفِي الْأَوَّلَ لَا أُصِيبُ طَائِرًا. So of course he will have a target and then he will shoot, but he will miss. That's what he means. La usibu. I used not to hit. Okay, طَائِرًا, a bird, even a single bird, he used not to hit. وَأُخْتِئُ كُلَّ مَرَّةٍ. He says that وَأُخْتِئُ, and he used to miss. كُلَّ مَرَّةٍ, every time he used to miss. Okay, every time. So the verb here is أخطأ يخطئ. أخطأ يخطئ. It means to miss or to make a mistake. Okay, أخطأ means to make a mistake or to miss. Of course, there are similar things. Making a mistake and missing are one similar thing. So he used to miss every single 10. Summa sirtu usibu. Then after some time, sirtu usibu marratan fi salasi talaqatin. Then afterwards he became, or he was able to usibu, to hit marratan fi salasi talaqat, once in every 3 shooting. I hope that is clear. Once in every 3 shots. Once. Marratan fi salasi talaqatin. Once in every 3 shots. Talaqatun is just one shot. Okay, one shot. Talaqat, salasi talaqat, 3 shots. So in every 3, when he shoots 3 times, he will hit like once. Wa asidu ba'd at-tuyur, and I hunt some birds. So during that shooting, of course, maybe out of 3 shooting, he will probably be able to hit 1 bird. So that's what he's saying. Hatta tamarrantu fi shahrayn, until I was, trained in 2 months. So after 2 months of these practices, he was now able to, he became someone who is very experienced in shooting. That's what he's saying. Hatta tamarrantu. That's the verb tamarrana, to train. So he hatta tamarrantu, until I got trained, or I trained myself fi shahrain, in 2 months. Washtadda sa'idi, and my forearm became strong. This is an expression. It simply means he became very experienced. It's not to be translated literally. It's an expression that is used to mean you have now become strong in something. I hope that is clear. Like Allah says in Surah Qasas, similar thing. Okay, sanashuddu adudaka bi akhika. Allah is telling Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, I will strengthen your arm with Musa alayhi, with your brother Harun. It doesn't mean Allah is going to strengthen his arm, like to make it strong. It simply means he's going to give him assistance. So how do I say it? Is an expression. How that is clear. So similar thing here. Washtadda sa'idi, and my arm got strengthened, got hardened, or become strong. So it is an expression. It's simply meaning that he became very experienced and very trained in it. So wara'aytu inda rajulin, and I saw with a man, min al-agniya, with a rich man, a man from the rich, shay'an qariban, something strange. Ra'aytu inda rajulin, I saw with a man among the rich, the man that he was a rich man, shay'an qariban, something strange. Kanat indahu, there was with him. So he's going to tell us something. He saw something that was very strange that he's coming to describe to us. Kana indahu, there was with him, the man that there was with this rich man. Let's see what he says. Safihatun, he has a safihatun. Safihatun means a plate, okay, or a sheet. وَكَانَ عَلَى وَجْهِ الصَّفِيحَةِ مِثْلُ فَلْسٍ, and there was on the surface of the safiha, on the surface of the sheet, something like a fals. Falsun means a coin. Yes, a coin like money. A coin of money. That is fals. We call it fals. From it we have fulus. Had in like a fulus, we have money with you, most of coins. Okay, so a coin is called falsun. So there was on the surface of this sheet, or on this tin plate, something like a fals, a coin. Lahu lawnun yalma'u wa yazharu min ba'id. It had a color which was shining, yalma'u wa yazharu min ba'id, and it was apparent from afar. Wa kana bijanibi hadha al-fals, and there was at the side of this coin, mislu jirabin. There was on the side of this coin something like a pocket. Jirab is a sack, or a case, or a packet. Okay, something like that is called jirab. Kana yashhanuhu bil barud. He used to fill it. So this something packet or sack-like nature, okay, or a case by the side of the fals. He used to fill it. The verb here is shahana. Shahana yashhan means to fill or to load something. Okay, so to fill or to load. He used to load it with barud. What do you mean by barud? Gunpowder. وَيَسُدُّهُ بِالْكِرْطَاسِ, and he used to block it with kirtas. Kirtas is paper. Okay, mostly you see it in Egypt. They have a paper that they fold it in some way. That we call it kirtas. Okay, so it's a kind of specialized paper. It's not just necessarily paper. Mostly they used to write things on it. Okay, like I think similar thing comes in the Quran. Okay, وَلَوْ نَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ فِي قِرْطَاسٍ, like Allah is saying, if we were to send the Quran down, you know that these believers, they didn't get to see who is bringing the revelation. They only hear the messenger reciting it to them. So they say, why can't we, they were requesting several things, why can't we see the angel who's bringing the revelation? Or we just want the Quran to come down in forms of paper. in a paper, on a paper. We don't want it to come to you as recitation so that you recite. We want to see it coming from the skies, falling from the skies on papers so that we will get to touch it and see. And Allah is saying that وَلَوْ نَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ فِي قِرْطَاسٍ فَلَمَسُوهُ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ. And if we were to bring down the Quran like that on papers, falling on papers, and they were to touch it with their hands, they will still say that this is sihr. This is just magic. So similar thing is there. Surah Al-Hijr, you can check it out. So qirtas, as I said, is a paper, but they have a way of doing it, a way of shaping it. Okay. وَكَانَ فِي هَذِهِ الصَّفِيحَةِ, and there was in this sheet rasmun min hadidin, a drawing or a molding. Rasmun means drawing. From it you have rasama, means to draw. So rasmun is drawing or molding, even molding. You know, in architecture, when they mold something, it's also rasmun. So there was a molding of hadid, of iron. Jundiyun, what was it? This molding was jundiyun, a soldier. Fi libasi jundiyin, in a military uniform. Fi yadihi kubba'atun, in his hand there was a kubba'a. The kubba'a is the helmet. You see the military, the helmet that they put on, these bulletproof helmets. Okay, it's called kubba'atun. Yes, even normal helmet is called kubba'atun. Wa kunna nubari firram. So this was a game. Okay, this thing was a game. Okay, it was a device, like a game device that this man was holding. Of course, it seems strange to me and you, right? It's something that you need to see before you can really appreciate what he's talking about. It's a game. If you don't know it, you will hardly feel what he's saying. Okay, this man was holding this game, and he's saying that وَكُنَّا نُبَارِي فِرَّمْ, and we used to compete in shooting. This game was a shooting game. Okay, and he described how it was, and he says that we used to compete in shooting. وَنَرْمِي هَذَا الْفَلْسِ, and we used to shoot this coin بِالرَّشَاشِ, okay, with bullets. فَإِذَا أَصَابَ إِنسَانٌ, and if a person hit the fals, فَإِذَا أَصَابَ الْإِنسَانُ الْفَلْسِ, and if a person shoot or hit the fals, the coin, انطلق المدفع. The midfa, when we say midfa, of course, we all know dafa. Dafa means to push something. Okay, so the midfa is something that serves as something that pushes. Example, the gun. Even the gun is called midfa. You see, the gun releases the bullet and it pushes it. It pushes it with force. So the gun itself is called a midfa. So something like that. You know, sometimes when you set a trap, there could be a very something slight thing that will be holding the trap. Immediately the thing is released, the trap will be, in process, and it will capture whatever is on its way. So that thing that is simply holding the trap in position, it can be called a midfa, because when it is removed, there's something is going to be released. I hope that is clear. So a gun is called a midfa, and something like that in a trap is also called a midfa. So he's saying that if a person hit this false, this coin, there was something holding that game. Okay, that's what we call a midfa. In talaqa, it moves. وَسَمِعَ النَّاسُ سَوْتَهُ, and people hear its sound. People hear the sound of it. Min ba'idin, from afar. So it will, when it is released, there's going to be a loud sound that will be heard. وَانْفَتَحَ الْبَابِ, and then a particular door will open. All this he's describing the game that this rich man was holding. وَخَرَجَ رَجُلٌ, and a person will come out. So if you shoot, the midfa will be released, and then a loud sound will be heard, and then there's going to be a door opening, and then someone will come out. Kharaja rajulun min hadidin, a man who is also molded with iron is going to come out. Fi yadihi alamatun, in his hand there is going to be an alama, a sign or a mark. Yushiru biha ila al-hadaf, he's going to be pointing with it to the goal. Wa yukhbiru bil isaba, and he informs of hitting. He informs that you have hit. Okay, if you hit, isaba, of course, is hitting, like we see casualty. If you shoot a gun and then it hits, the casualty is called isaba. Okay, So that's what name as isoba or heating. Okay, he informs about heating. You say, baby, you have heat. Okay, so that is what he's saying. So this game, as I said, if you have not seen it before, it will seem strange to you what he's saying here. Okay, then he says that wazahara li jundiyu, and then the military man, okay, the jundi, the soldier will come out. Rafi an kubba'atahu, raising his helmet. So when you do that, the soldier, when you hit, the soldier will come out, raising his helmet. Yusallimu ala al-musib, greeting the musib. The musib is the one who hits the target. He's called a musib. I hope that is clear. Al-musib huwa man asab al-hadaf. The musib is the one who hits the target. وَكَأَنَّهُ يُحَنِّئُهُ بِنَجَاحِهِ, as if he is congratulating him with his success. So this was the game. If you hit a particular military man, will come out and then he will greet you. He will greet. Here it's not just greeting, salute. He will salute. Okay, while raising his helmet, he will salute you. Okay, as if he is congratulating you with your success. So this is the game that he saw with one of these rich men. Okay, so I think let's pause here. نتوقف هنا إن شاء الله ونواصل في درس القادم إن شاء الله. So we will pause here and then we'll continue in the next lesson. I think the part left is not that long. It's just here and then we have another one here at the back here. Inshallah, we will continue from this particular point next time. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله لي ولكم في قرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.